what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rail back with another review, man. All right, let's try something new today. Now, what I've been watching is Tulsa King on Paramount Plus. Oh yeah. So I must say, this is a review of the episodes 1 through 3. So thus far, this is my take on it in a nutshell. Okay, so it took me a minute to click on it because I didn't know if I felt like A, watching Stallone trying to act. Like, I didn't know which Sylvester Stallone I was going to get. Now, Stallone is really kind of an underrated actor, though. Like, because when he's on, like Rambo, the first one, and like Rocky, the first one, when he's on in his acting bag, he's next level. Judge Dredd, yeah, I guess so. I love that movie personally. He did a great job in Creed, I believe, later on down his years. But the one with Stallone, I mean, the one with Schwarzenegger in prison, and he did a lot of corny shit, but he's an action dude, right? He's an 80s action guy. So you don't know what you're going to get. So this one, I'm like, do I feel like Stallone being a mobster? Like, I've never seen him play a mobster. I'm like, what is he finna try to overact? What is he gonna do? How is he coming? But I clicked it, okay, because I'm like, I'm running out of shit to watch. So I said, fuck it, let's do Stallone. And I gotta say, I am not mad at this show at all. I think he chose the perfect role in his wheelhouse. I'm gonna explain. So the premise is he's current mobster. He just was released out of prison after doing 25 years. Ain't no snitching. Hey, gabagoo. Hey, good day. Ain't gonna snitch on my paisans. Right? So he's a good old guy, a friend of ours. Hey, Lefty No Nose, Tony Two Ears. Like, you know. So he did the 25 years, stayed solid, and now he's released. He comes home, right? The family that he works for, I still don't even know the name of the family he works for. But they embrace him, but not as he's expecting. Right? There's no giant party. There's none of the shit we've seen in like Goodfellas and shit. When you locked up, you stayed down. Motherfuckers hand you, piles of cash. They kiss all on your face. They throw you a girl or two, and it's a fucking huge thing. So he comes back. The guy he was working for is too old. He gave it to his son to run. His son now runs the family. And in that, they don't really have a place for Stallone in New York. Partly because it's a New York crime family. So he ain't got no space for him. So what they want him to do is to spread out. And he's like, the fuck are you talking about? And they took him and they made him go to Tulsa. Tulsa, and where's Tulsa at? So it's under Tulsa and Oklahoma. And now you can imagine where it's gonna go from here. So now this is what he's tasked with, right? After he throws a little bitch fit, which is rightfully so. You do 25 years for motherfuckers, you ain't snitch. You wasn't gonna turn states. You didn't do none of that. And all the mobsters I've been seeing snitch when they get caught. They like, boy, witness pro. Give me that whip pro. Give me some to relocate me. Let me get some money. They hook them up with a whole new lifestyle. And they get to just live out their days free men with immunity because they was up there singing like fucking Mariah Carey. But not Stallone, right? After 25 years, he's rewarded with setting up shop in Tulsa. They don't send him with nothing but the suit on his fucking back and a price of $5,000 he must kick up to them weekly. And he's a capo. He's a capo. He's not like bottom rung, but time has passed him. So we're talking about, let's see, this is in 2022. So he got locked up, what? 2000 would be 22 years. So 97, he went away. So a lot of things have changed from 97 to now. And that's what this show is. It has a little bit of all of that. So, it's the show is really centered around him coming to Tulsa, right? So now he is getting acclimated. He's got to hit the ground running. So it's a New Yorker, older New Yorker dude out here in Tulsa trying to set up his own little crime shit, getting money, right? It's just getting money. He's out here getting money. He ain't trying to build no family. He's trying to get money, kick it up so the people up there are happy, and he's got this whole town to do it in, right? Now that's the premise of Tulsa King. Now, what I like about this role for him is it's a perfect way for him. It's the perfect acting for him, right? It's why it's in his wheelhouse because Stallone is an old man. He's an older man. So this role is about an older man coming out of prison and the world changing. See, a lot of you youngins might have been born in 97. So you have no idea what the fuck the 90s was like compared to now. So then you got all the social justice, you got all these different, you got the BLM, you got the Me Too, you got a whole lot of shit going on. You got the LGBTQ community and the different pronouns. So this is the world he's coming to. He was locked up in the 90s where none of that shit mattered. None of that, it didn't give a fuck. The 90s was a wild time. And I gotta say, I know to people that are older, and it gets annoying when you're trying to maneuver around this new day and age. But it is for the better, because we look and say, oh, the shit that we did when we was younger may not have been the coolest. It may have had it was a little nasty. So, and there's nothing wrong with being better, and sometimes, being better hurts a little bit. We all gotta play, all us old people gotta play our role in it. So now this is the world he's coming to, right? So, perfect. Stallone is the older man, so this is how he's coming in anyway. So this role doesn't require him to be spicy, screaming. He's just an old dude trying to make a way out here in Tulsa. So that's why it's perfect for him. Now, the things get a little dicey because when he comes down, right, he links up with this young black kid, early 20s. And he's already impressionable on him, and he somehow employs him as his driver, right? So now you got the old mobster guy, young black kid, right, in his 20s. So you got them with the different lingo. You got that whole buddy, funny, I'm an Italian mobster, you're just the kid out here in Tulsa. And surprisingly, Stallone is very tolerant. He's very with the times coming out of prison. I don't know where this comes. It seems a bit pandery, right? But I understand it. But you can see pandering when you see it. For instance, there was a scene when the young black dude, Stallone gave him $10K, told him to go buy him a Lincoln Navigator. This is the truck he wants to ride around in. So he gives him $10K, hey, go buy us a truck. We got to start getting business set up, all right? This is how I want to roll. Black guy goes, tries to purchase a truck with $10,000 cash, gets sent away. Now he's got to come back to Stallone, and Stallone's like, where the fuck is my truck? Well, dude, I came in with $10,000. Dude was like, get out of here. I'm some type of drug dealer. He's not finna sell me nothing, right? And then here comes Stallone to back his mans up oh, you see him, young black guy, a bunch of cash, and you think, what, he's doing something illegal? You don't even know he's a good kid. You don't even know that I'm the real bad guy, right? You was treating me all nice with the suit. So, they did that pandering moment for us blacks to be like, oh, see, look, it's always a good white person here at times to, they know what's wrong and right. Well, we can really be real. Any black person that you know, you yourself, let's be real. Let's keep it a goddamn buck, all right? Let's just stop the bullshit. If I owned a car shop, me, black guy, right? Me, hi, it's real. I own the fucking car shop, and some young dude with his hippity hop wear and $10K in cash come talking about he wants a Lincoln Navigator. Yeah, I'm gonna think this motherfucker selling drugs. Obviously. Nigga, where you get $10K from? What employment? And he just got it all nice and no. That's the first thing I'm gonna think, and that's what I'm assume anybody to think. It's not that big. It's just some shit. Just is what it is. Like, okay, I guess that's wrong, but it's real. Like, let's just for real. Like, these are lessons I have to teach my son. Like, it's just certain shit you're not gonna get away with, kid. You gotta present yourself this way, that way, show your teeth a lot, smile. I know it's some bullshit, but hey, this is the world we live in. We navigate till we get what we gotta get, and then we can, we get a little bit more freedom out here. Or until 100 years from now, when hope that there's just I don't see color, that whole situation. So it felt a bit pandery. It was like ugh. And then you got the classic white knight moment. He comes in, kicks the shit out the car dealer, right? Because he's got that New York force. Like he's coming down to Tulsa, which is supposed to be a slow town, and he's bringing his big city attitude, right? And one of the business he gets in is he sees that there's a weed spot selling legally, kind of, but illegally doing something with the cash. But it's funny because now he is extorting them for protection, but now he's getting it going. So now he's got the weed, he's got himself a driver, right? He linked up with a bartender over there that was a felon, a bartender that was a felon, and he's getting like there just a bunch of shenanigans on ways to get money. So it's very good. I like it because I like the whole. I'm a dude that loves the first half of Scarface, right? When him and Manny take the fucking when they dip busting dishes and they finally get that opportunity to throw the fucking dishes at them and then cue the montage, right? You got Tony starting off with little suits and little cash. Now his car starting off like this. Rush, rush to the yeah, and then just start blowing up. He just start getting more and more money. Things start elevating. I love the come up aspect. We love the first half of Paid in Full. When he started off selling one rock and now he's selling pounds and they switching up whips, like that's fun. It's just fun. It's like an RPG. You know what I'm saying? Where you're leveling up. Nothing is better than the beginning of the game where you're trying to collect and power up certain things. The game gets boring when you've reached the peak of everything you want to, and you're like, fuck it. There's nothing else for me to attain. On to a new game. So that's why I like Tulsa King. Because it's an open market. He's coming down there, and he's setting up shop. And everybody with their young views and his old ways, and there's a fuse. So there's a lot of funny shit. It is funny. It's funny. There's some action. He's whooping ass. And he's smashing an FBI agent. There's also a little sub story within there, right? So he unknowingly is smashing the FBI agent who was down there because there's like domestic terrorists. It was like, right, there's the armed militia and they out there blowing shit up. They're like, so she's out there working with them. And the dude that's running them is like, I can't think of his name. He's a great actor and he plays a hell of a bad guy. So we have that little sub story there. So they're giving us a little extra. I'm really intrigued by him and the militia. He also runs the biker gang down there. And of course, they there's going to be some bumping of the head soon. Because right now everything is going smooth for him. Stallone is also a character whose daughter does not want to speak to him. And he's an older man. I think he's like 75. And he really wants to reach out to his daughter. He has a dying brother, a sister who is like on the fence about him. So he's got some real, family issues he'd like to mend. And Stallone plays sad old man really fucking well. Like there's some touching moments, and and there's also an interesting thing in Tulsa. Apparently, there's a place called the center of the earth or center of the universe, where if you stand directly in the middle of it and you talk, nobody can hear you on the outside. Like you're out, it's outside. I don't know if I'm gonna portray this correctly. I'm trying to give you audio visual. So there's like a center of town. It's not really a center of town, and it's not the center of the universe, by the way. But that's what it's called. And outside, like in your regular park, there's just a little, they decorated around it like it's a little stone, and you stand right in the middle. And if you talk, anybody standing outside of that circle, while they too are outside, cannot hear you. There's some weird sound vortex thing that happens only right there in that particular place on Earth that we know about. And I'm like, what? That's not real. I immediately went to Google. And yes, it is exactly. It's like the way it is set up, sound is bouncing off something, but nobody has a definitive answer. Like, and I'm like, why is this not talked about? There is some weird, freaky sound barrier where you're outside. Like, people, I know I'm not portraying this correctly. I just know I'm not. Just look up the center of the universe, center of the world or universe in Tulsa, and fucking get back to me in the comments because it's I just Google it. Real cannot portray what I'm trying to say, but it's fucking freaky, and I'm fucking pissed that it took a Stallone TV series, for me to find out about this fucking place. Like, what? Now I have to visit Tulsa to stand there and figure out this fucking anomaly. And it's like where you could, they say it's a place where you can go talk to God because nobody can hear you. And it's just like going off into the atmosphere somewhere. I'm like, there's aliens. Don't make me start my conspiracy to alien podcast shit. I'm dying to do one of those. Some freaky Joe Rogan shit. Don't get me started. That's freaky. I Googled it. But yes, I highly suggest y'all check this out. It is a really good fucking show. I'm really enjoying it. Episode 4 just dropped. I did watch it. I'm gonna see what the numbers look like off of this review. See if there are Tulsa. See if there are also Tulsa King lovers out there that was like, holy shit, real watch Tulsa King, cool. Hey, I just saw episode 4, so I might drop that. But yes, I highly suggest. And if you don't have Paramount Plus, you might want to wait until the whole series is over, and then you use that free, that 7-day trial and just sit there and fucking binge it. But don't forget about it, right? It's gonna take some weeks. But if you got that bag, if you working hard for your money, and you like, I ain't got no reason to watch Paramount Plus, it's probably like 2 reasons. Okay, I mean Survivor, obviously, but Tulsa King and a movie and a TV series called Stand. It's really interesting. It's about like a post-apocalyptic plague, some other shit. I don't know. I'm still like checking out the Paramount Plus world. I'm pretty sure there's some more gems in there I'm going to look for. But Tulsa King is phenomenal. Stallone has not let me down. He is properly acting. Yeah. So go check that out. If you know exactly what I'm talking about, if you've seen it, please get in the comments. Tell me what you like about it. Or if you're hating on it, it's an open forum here. But with that, protect your health, yourself, your wealth, man. Your boy Real is out of here. Peace. Yo, I know I don't need no introduction, but y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy Hollywood Real. And I appreciate you for sliding through and watching these videos. But you know what I need from you? All right, if you ain't already, I need you to like this and subscribe this, man. We at 1,000 trying to get to 2, all right? Push it for your boy. Get them algorithms up. So when it come to that subscribe button,